Alright, hey guys, welcome to another recent viewing video. And I watched the movie earlier today called Kite, and I just wanted to talk about it for a few minutes before it all just kind of dissipates from my brain, because that tends to be what happens if I don't do one of these soon after watching the movie. So anyway, let me just give a little backstory about the movie and mainly my discovery of it and why I watched it and yada yada yada. I had no idea what this movie was or anything about it, or even any knowledge of its existence and the anime or animated OVA that it was based on until the moment that it actually landed on the shelves at my Walmart store. I don't remember when it was. It might have been before Christmas, within the last couple of months. And it just kind of caught my eye. The cover of it caught my eye. The cover of it reminded me a whole lot of Kick-Ass, and I'll tell you why. On the cover, there is a girl with bright, like reddish hair, kind of anime styled, but also just the way the hair was done. It was a wig. The way it was styled reminded me a little bit of Hit Girl from the Kick-Ass movie series. And then there's like this guy who was kind of a plain Jane looking guy. The actor, I don't know the name of him. Well, no, it was something like Callan McAuliffe or something like that. His picture, and especially like him in the movie, reminded me a whole lot of, I think it's Josh Hutcherson from the Hunger Games series of movies. And even his character in the movie kind of felt like that. He felt like characters I'd seen in a few other movies recently. And then in the background, there's like this image of Samuel L. Jackson. But when I saw it, I had to strain really, really close to the cover and kind of look it over really good. I was like, is that really Samuel L. Jackson? But yes, that's who it was. He was kind of, a big character in the movie. Anyway, I was just like, what is this movie all about? I could gather from it that there was a anime aesthetic to it, or manga, either one. I knew it had to be probably something one or the other. I don't know if the back of the movie, like the back of the actual Blu-ray, stated that it was based on something along those lines, but I think I did a little research online just to try to get an idea, and yeah, it is based on some sort of an OVA. I can't remember at the moment what that stands for, but a lot of anime series will have an OVA or a few OVAs in their in their lineage. And this one, I think, was just one. Well, there's like a sequel or whatever. But this one was based off of a particular one that came from, I don't remember how far back, 10, 15 years, something like that. One that was like very gritty, very violent, very sexually charged. It has to deal with some pretty tense subjects. The movie didn't go quite as in-depth with it, but had a lot to do with like kids being sold into sex slavery by these flesh cartels in some country whose government has collapsed, and they had an economic crisis, and everybody just goes crazy. It's kind of like anarchy and uncontrolled chaos. And the story revolves around this girl who's on this revenge fit after her parents were killed in the midst of all that chaos. And she ends up finding out that whoever did it was actually someone who was pretty close to her. I don't want to give away too much of the story if somebody actually wants to watch the movie. I think it's worth a watch. Honestly, I do. I'm saying that because after reading some of the reviews and stuff for it, after I watched it, I was like, wow, it has like based on, I believe, 14 reviews, it has a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I don't subscribe much to the Rotten Tomatoes phenomenon, but there's actually starting to be movies that come out, and on the front of them, they have a fresh rating from Rotten Tomatoes. I know it's some sort of like a conglomerate of multiple sources of reviews, but still, it's a website with a silly name, and for that to go on something instead of the old Siskel and Ebert days kind of blows my mind. But, you know, I've always been one of those people who, the majority of my urge to watch a movie has nothing to do with anybody else's opinion of it. I want to watch it and determine for myself what I think of it. And when this movie was over, after it's starting off, me thinking, man, this is kind of cheesy. It looks like they're working on a little bit less of a budget. The acting felt a little odd. Once I just stopped looking for things to nitpick and just watched the movie, at the end, I liked it. Yeah, it might have been filled with a lot of tropes. It might have been filled with a lot of cliches, but I still kind of enjoyed the movie at the end of it. I would watch it again. I would probably buy the movie. I guess that would be my highest rating that I could give in the sense of these videos and whatnot, is whether or not I would want to buy it. I know I have a rating system about being in these worlds. Well, this was not a movie that I would want to live in that world. I would not want to be one of those characters or be my own character in it. It was not a lovable world. But it's a movie that I would buy and watch again at some point, and maybe even show to some friends. I did enjoy it that much. The lead character in the movie, Sawa, was played by a girl by the name of India Eisley, who, from the best I could piece together, she was known for being in oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of it now. The Secret Life of an American Teenager, is that it? It was an ABC Family show. She was on that with Shailene Woodley and Molly Ringwald and a couple other things that I saw, but it's the first time that I'd ever seen her in anything. She's an interesting character. She played this dirty, scroungy 18-year-old girl in this movie. Did an effective job of it. She kind of made me a little uncomfortable. Just how dirty and kind of nasty she came off, but I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that as the sum of all of its parts, it was watchable and enjoyable in that regard. It's not going to blow anybody away. It wasn't going to define or redefine the movie or anything like that. It was decent. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to say about it. I've got a couple more movies that I have 4 days to get watched. I think 3 movies that I have to have watched by, I guess that would be Sunday or Monday. So I should have a few more of these to do soon. Hoping to maybe sit down and have a vlog about some stuff in the next few days if I can collect my thoughts on some things that are going on. And of course those other collection videos that I mentioned before, my strategy guides, DVDs, PC games, whatnot, should all hopefully be coming soon. So anyway, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Thanks for watching. See you next time.